Hey guys, welcome to the Blue Bridge, and Enzo Maresca is going to be Chelsea's new manager, and the fan base are not happy about this. In today's video, I'm going to give my opinions about this. So, Enzo Maresca is the man. It's not been officially announced yet, but it's coming. Chelsea are just working out the finer details of the terms as I'm making this video. They're going to be talking to Leicester City about his compensation. So, guys, we got to deal with this, whether you like it or not. Enzo Maresca is our new manager. I am of the opinion, I always say this, depending on who the manager is, not depending, once someone is appointed by Chelsea, they get my full support. There's no point in me moaning about being happy or unhappy and calling for the managers to be sacked before he's even kicked a ball. I don't think that's productive. That's counterproductive. So I don't work that way. I don't run that way. Everyone gets a chance in my, so for me, everyone starts off with a blank canvas. I judge them on their performances. Rest assured, if this guy isn't up to it, the owners and the directors, they'll be getting it with both barrels. Rest assured, I'll be calling for this man's head if this guy proves not to be up for it. But I'm not going to be writing this Maresca off before he's even kicked a ball at Chelsea. What point is it? It's ridiculous. We as a fan base, we need to learn. I know it's frustrating. I get it for some. It is frustrating because of what we've done. I personally would have kept Pochettino for another season because I do believe that he earned it over the course of the season. That's my opinion. But those who were calling for his head, even after he finished sixth, under difficult circumstances, be careful what you wish for. I keep saying that. Be careful what you wish for. Do you trust these owners to go out and get you an elite manager? They're not going to do that, guys. So a lot of fans are annoyed because they wanted De Zerbi, and that makes me laugh as well because De Zerbi is, I'm going to talk about this guy's tactics in a minute, similar tactics to what De Zerbi employs. De Zerbi is more of a volatile character, and De Zerbi came from Brighton, the team who people criticised us for always going to Brighton. We're no longer going to Brighton, we're going somewhere else, but the owners are still getting and criticised for that. So you've got the De Zerbi sexuals who are disappointed. You've got the people who didn't want Poch to go. They're disappointed. So Enzo, he's better hit the ground running. Otherwise, it's going to be very toxic at the bridge. And that's my only concern, is that because there's not many people who are in favour of Maresca. There's a few I see who are welcoming it, but a lot of the fan base are ready. They've got their knives out ready to start fighting, starting war if this doesn't work out. And as I said before, if this doesn't work out now, then the directors of football have to go. This is a brave decision that they're taking. So it's a big gamble. So only time will tell to see whether this is going to work or not. Going back to why you should never judge a book by its cover. You should always wait to see what the sample size is, see what happens before you judge. I was one of the only ones here when we signed Cole Palmer who said, let's wait and see how he gets on. Why are we knocking this purchase? The only reason he's not getting into that Manchester City side, have you seen the players ahead of him? I saw enough of Palmer to say, you know what, given a chance, he can make it. And I don't like to always say I was right and I was wrong and go back to people. I don't do that. I don't look back at people's tweets and look smugly at them and say, look, see, you got it wrong. That's not me. But we saw what happened with Cole Palmer, player of the season. Arguably, or not arguably, he was our best player last season by a country mile. And he was somebody who the fan base didn't want, based on the fact that he couldn't get into the Man City side, which was a bit ludicrous for me. So that's why I'm always willing to see how people get on before I make a judgment. And then there's another thing as well. What makes me laugh as well with some people is that we look at the situation with Xabi Alonso. Look at Xabi Alonso's season. His first season at Leverkusen, or second, is it? And did he come halfway through last season, I think? And they were near the bottom when he took over. And they finished sixth, I believe, the season before. So, yeah, they're similar to us. We finished sixth. He's come from Sociedad, I believe, Sociedad's B team. So he's managed Sociedad B. So he's come into a football team, Leverkusen, never won anything before. And everyone's talking about him as the next best thing. Unbeaten all season in Germany. And he was one step away from being unbeaten in all competitions this season, with his side playing an attractive brand of football. So can you imagine if we had got Xabi Alonso for our club just after he had, not from Leverkusen, but I'm talking about when he was at Sociedad. There'd have been World War III at Stamford Bridge, but he's proved to be a success. So again, it could be a stroke of genius. But as I said, these guys, they're kind of high stake gambling here. So I'll be here this time next season and having a massive meltdown about it. But until then, I'll hold judgment. So what style of football? Okay, he was at Manchester City's B team. They won the PL2 where Cole Palmer and Lavia were the key players at the time. And he was part of the triple. He was part of the coaching staff for Manchester City when they won the triple. And so people can look at him and think, obviously we had Arteta. No, Arteta had gone by then, I think. So you're looking at the Arteta, how he's shaped Arsenal. Could this guy do the same thing? We don't know. And people are saying he's a C-Tech Arteta and all this sort of stuff. And that just, as I said, there's no substance in what they're saying. It's just the fact that we're getting somebody from Leicester. Would he have been my first choice? No, he wouldn't have been. But it is what it is now. So I can't do anything about it apart from giving my support. So the type of football. So it's the possession-based football. That's the sort of flavour of the month. And a lot of our fan base did want somebody who's a possession-based football, who suits our players. They were happy to take Zerbi, as I said. So he's similar in his possession-based team that controls of the play through positional play and ball circulation. Zerbi, anyone? Similar sort of thing, yeah. And that's similar to what we had with Sarri. And I'm just hoping that it's a bit more quicker than the way that we had under Sarri, because I didn't really like that Sarri ball. But so his teams provide overloads in central areas, and they do that to destabilise the central structure. And he likes a front foot high pressing game. So the likes of your Palmers, I know Nicholas Jackson does the pressing. Probably could Mudryk, can he turn him into a pressing monster at the moment? He doesn't press that aggressively. So, but if that's what coaching, can he improve those guys? Because we need to be able to press from the front. I know Palmer can press, or he usually does it through controlling the space. And definitely Nicholas Jackson likes to press aggressively. Madueke, I think he can do that. So, and if we bring in the likes of Elise or whoever comes in, they'll have to be able to play to the way that he wants them to play. So he likes to set up in a 4-3-3. So we've got the personnel for a 4-3-3 setup at the moment. So Lavia coming in next season alongside Enzo and Caicedo, and the thing is, he likes his main attacker, to pin back the centre forwards. Does Jackson do that? Jackson likes to drop deep a bit more. So if we do bring in somebody of Osimhen likes to play on that last defender and pin him back. So maybe that's something Jackson has got to improve on in his game. The fullbacks are instructed to tuck inside. So we already saw that at the back end of last season with Cucurella inverting, and we know that the likes of Reece James can invert and Gusto can invert. So this didn't really teaching them something that they can't do already. And it worked to good effect when Poch tried it towards the end of the season. And he also likes his team to build from the back with a centre back splitting, and so there's a passing lane for the goalkeeper. So the goalkeeper's will be good with his feet, something Petrovic needs to improve on a bit more. He did that a little bit of improving last season, and we kind of build that from the back anyway, with the goalkeeper getting involved. That's the style of football that he likes. The Burnley goalkeeper's been mentioned, Trafford. He's been mentioned as an option. He's good with his feet as well. So could we see him coming into the side? We'll see. And the midfielders, he encourages the midfielders to make these third man runs. So Cole Palmer's already good at that, and Cuckoo's already good at that as well. So he's got the personnel to. That's the sort of football he likes. I know a lot of people are saying Leicester tailed off towards the back end of last season, but the thing is, this context. We look. There was a Leicester fan. I was looking at his comments, and he said although they did tail off, but they were still playing some good football. But the difference was that their strikers started failing to score goals, and the opposition were scoring worldies. So think back to Potter's first season at Chelsea, where every goal conceded was a worldie, and we were creating chances, but we weren't putting them away. But hopefully, if we can get in that elite striker, we've got Cole Palmer now who scores. We scored 70 goals this season, so we are starting to score a few more. We can improve in that area, but we are starting to show more in the final third. So so when you're looking at Leicester, and everyone, there's a lot of people that haven't watched Leicester, and they're talking about the drop off, but there's always context behind that. So let's do our homework without making lazy criticism and those echo chambers. Someone just following the crowd like sheep. And the last thing, which hopefully is positive, and hopefully we'll see this, is quick combination play and positional rotations are used to progress the ball in the final third, because we've always had that slow build up, especially in the final third, not moving people around a lot, but quick rotational play, which is good, and hopefully we'll see a bit more of that. There was somebody shows up some video where there was a 50 pass move which resulted in a goal. So he likes sometimes he can be patient, creating that opening, and within that move, once the ball got into the final third, the ball was moved around a little bit quicker, and it ended up there was an end product at the end of it as well. So as I said, big gamble. It wouldn't have been my first choice. I don't even know who would have been my first choice. As I said, my preference would have been to stick with Poch for another season and see who's available after that. But we are where we are now, so let's just get behind this guy. Let's support him, and obviously not blindly follow him. I'm not saying blindly follow him. We need to. Again, we're in a results-based business, like I've always said in the past. If he can get us firing on all cylinders, if we can get us at that table, then you never know. But let's not write the guy off. Let's not say this it's baying for his head already, doing all these stupid comments with the manager and Maresca out and all this nonsense before the guy's even been given a chance. What good is it going to do? Let's be honest. We're not going to change the owners' minds. Whatever we do, we're not going to do that. They've made up their minds. Their heads are on the chopping block if it fails. So if you want to sit back and watch them fail, then yeah. But let's not have this negativity in the fan base. Yeah, I will see. Anyway, can you stick your comments in the section below? I'm always not one who's going to be controversial like some others. I don't do this for views. I just do it for my opinion. So there you go. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, okay. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.